That's what you like to see. You head to Cleveland, a road game. Now, the Raptors didn't play all that well. I mean, there were stretches where they just didn't shoot the ball that great. However, in the end, they come away with the 106-95 victory over the lonely Cleveland Cavaliers. The Cleveland Cavaliers, after losing LeBron James and obviously Kevin Love to injury, are 4-18. They are horrendous. And the Raptors, with their victory today, are a franchise best 20-4. Incredible job by this team, the organization, putting everything together, and for the players performing. And speaking of players brought in, Kawhi Leonard, we know he put up ridiculous numbers last game against the Golden State Warriors at home. But then he goes out to Cleveland. Kyle Lowry does not play because of a sore back. And we're like, okay, you know what? It could have also been used as a rest day for him as well. So, fine. That's okay by me. And with Kawhi Leonard, he doesn't skip a beat. Nothing at all. 34 points, 9 boards, 2 dimes. 11 of 21 shooting, 9 of 9 from the free throw line, 3 of 9 from 3, 1 steal, 2 blocks. Plus 28 while he was on the floor. He took over. There was no one who could guard him in the game. You could say, well, this guy did okay. No. No one guarded Kawhi Leonard really at all that well, and he just dominated the game. For the most part, guys, the offense wasn't going. I think about halftime, the team's only shooting like 40% or something, and I'm like, that's not the team we're used to seeing here. However, their defense was keeping them in the game once again. You know, they find a way to hold this team to only 95 points given up. That's very good. Obviously, we've seen the NBA transitioned into a more offensive league, right? A lot of teams are scoring a lot more buckets than playing defense for that matter. And whenever you give up 95 points against, that's a very good job by the squad. I thought Siakam was great inside. I thought Ibaka, as he usually does, brings a great presence on the inside. JV, as much as he didn't get the offense going, I thought defensively he did all right. You know, I mean, yeah, the plus minus doesn't show that he was a -9. But that starting unit was that good. You know, the starting unit, let's run through it real quick here. Kawhi Leonard plus 28, Siakam plus 14, Ibaka plus 20, Danny Green plus 24, and Fred VanVleet, who got the start instead of Lowry, plus 14. And Fred VanVleet, by the way, had 15 points on 5 of 12 shooting, 1 of 4 from 3, but he shot the ball just a really good job, except for 1 for 4 from 3. But that 1-3 was a dagger late in the game. So you kind of want to put it into perspective. Yeah, he was 0 of 3 to start, but he found a way to get that shot there late in the game to put it away. Now let's run through these quarters real quick here, and we've talked about it before, right? If you win every quarter, you're going to win the game. Mathematically, scientifically, whatever ifically you want to use, it's darn well true. Raptors only get 21 points in that first quarter. Not what we're used to seeing. However, Cleveland only gets 21. Second quarter, Raptors get 26, and we're like, all right, it's a little bit better. You only give up 19. The defense was digging in there hard. The Raptors did not give up more than 30 points in one quarter this game. 27 and 28 was the third and fourth quarters for the Cavaliers. But Raptors, look, they won that second quarter 26-19. So you're plus 7 at the half. It's not pretty, but you're up 47-4. You only got 40 points in that first quarter. The defense was locked in, as well as a team who is not very good. It just adds insult to injury for the Cleveland Cavaliers in the game, right? Third quarter, Raptors score 30, only give up 27. So you're plus 3 in the quarter. All right, so now you're plus 10. And then the Raptors in the fourth quarter, plus 1. So you're just getting the job done. You're plus 11. You get the victory. Great job. Let's move on because we expected this victory coming into it, no matter if it was a back-to-back or not. I know it wasn't, but I'm just saying even if it was, I wouldn't be surprised that this team came out with a victory. And they did. So the team ended up shooting, like I said, guys, at the half, they only shot 40%. They weren't shooting the ball that great, but they end the game shooting 49%. The three-point shot was not really there for this team. 7 for 26. And, guys, put into perspective the two numbers I already told you. Fred VanVleet made 1 of 4, and Kawhi Leonard made 3. So that's 4 of the 7. Only 3 other threes were made from any other guy. I think Danny Green made 1. I'm going to find that number here for you guys. Danny Green made the rest, all 3 of them. So Siakam missed both threes he took. Ibaka missed the 1-3 he took. OG, the bench didn't make a 3. But it was a very short bench today. You know, obviously with no Lowry, I guess no Greg Monroe, Lorenzo Brown wasn't playing, Malachi Richardson did not play as well. So you know what? It was a short bench, and you find a way to get the job done. CJ Miles, kind of hit or miss right now. Only 2 points in his 15 minutes on 1 of 4 shooting, 0 of 2 from 3, and he was a -4 out there. But defensively, guys, OG Anunoby had a tough one, -15. DeLon Wright, -17. For this team to take it to the next step, I think that we need the bench to be what they were last year. And I think the problem with that is you don't have the presence of Pascal Siakam on the bench. Now, ideally, he was not last year what he is this year, but he still gave you that big impact once in a while. And you had guys like Norman Powell, who obviously is still not back yet. I think he will be a great addition to that bench once he returns. But this team is finding a way to get the job done. And I know we can talk about it all day about how this team needs another all-star or the bench needs to step up. But in the end, this team has won 8 straight games. They won tonight against the Cavs. They are first place in the Eastern Conference by like 3 games, 3.5 games. Is there really anything to complain about? Not really. Your team is 20-4, the best start in franchise history. They continue to break records year after year, and we think, oh, they can't do that next year. Well, they did. 20-4. 2 of those losses, well, one of them was the Boston game, right? And Raptors have not lost since that game against Boston in Boston. Then you lost to Dwayne Casey's Detroit Pistons, who the Raptors blew, I think it was like an 18-point lead or something. Like, that sucks. Then you lost to Milwaukee. You didn't have Kawhi. They didn't have, what's his face? Giannis Antetokounmpo. And it was kind of like the rest of the guys going at it. And the Raptors didn't play well that game, and they lost. Those are 3 of your 4 losses. I forgot the other team they lost to. You guys can let me know. I'm actually going to find that right here so you guys don't have to. They actually lost 3 in a row. They lost to the Pelicans, right? So that was a game that we thought they should have won, but they didn't shoot the ball well enough. They didn't defend the ball well enough, and they just lost that game. That was 3 in a row this team lost. But since then, they've won 8 straight. Look, they had a great start to the year. They lose 3 in a row. Now they've won 8 straight. They found their way. Kawhi Leonard and Kyle Lowry's chemistry is looking a lot better. This team is just looking overall better. The team only had 15 assists in the game. Reason being, Kyle Lowry did not play, and he is the main distributor from this team. And guys, everyone's saying, oh, Fred VanVleet could be the starter for this team. Look, I love Fred. I love what he's done for the team. But you see with Kyle Lowry out of the lineup, the impact it does have on the Raptors team. You see it blatantly obvious there tonight. The ball movement really wasn't all that there. Like, it says it right there, 15 assists. That's not a lot compared to what we've been seeing in the past. Raptors getting 30 plus, 25 plus. That's been automatic. Yet you only have 15 without Kyle Lowry. I know, people can bash him all you want, but facts are facts. And the Raptors did have 5 steals to their 6, 5 blocks to their none. 5 blocks in today's game for the Toronto Raptors. Where is it here? Danny Green had 2. Kawhi Leonard had 2, of course. And JV had 1 as well. But let me run through this really quickly. We already talked about Kawhi Leonard's stats. Siakam had 10 points, 5 boards, 5 dimes on 6 of 11 shooting. Stud. Serge Ibaka, 10 points, 6 boards, and assists on 4 of 9 shooting. 0 of 1 from 3. Yeah, he wasn't all that great in the offensive end, but he was a plus, 20 on the floor. Great job there. Danny Green, 15 and 7. OG Anunoby, Fred VanVleet, 15 points, 3 boards, 4 assists. So look, your starting unit got the job done. Dog barking and all. I mean, it's incredible, guys, to see this Raptor team go out there, play the way they did tonight, and come away with the victory. A grinded out victory nonetheless. But they got the job done, and we're all happy. All right? So you know what, guys? Before I do that, who do they play next? The Raptors come home on Monday night to take on the Denver Nuggets, 7:30 tip-off at Scotiabank Arena. They go on the road for that one game. They take care of business against the Cavs, as we all expected them to do. Now you come home to face a Denver Nuggets team who's 15 and 7. We talked about how the stretch is not going to be easy. They beat Memphis. They found a way to win it, beat Golden State in overtime, no matter who they had in the lineup. You beat them in overtime, and you got the job done against Cleveland. Now you're back to tough stretches. You got the Denver Nuggets at home. Then you have Philly at home. And then you go to take on Brooklyn. So, guys, it is not an easy stretch for this team. You got to take it game by game. Next one is Monday against Denver at 7:30 at Scotiabank Arena. All right, so you know what, guys? That is going to do it for this one. You guys enjoyed this video, and you guys enjoyed another win by the Toronto Raptors. Smack that like button. I do appreciate that. Hit the subscribe button if you guys have not already. Comment down below, guys, what you think of the game. Who's your player of the game in this one? I think it's clear as day. Kawhi Leonard is, of course, our player of the game. I'm going to hear what you guys have to say about his game and this team's game overall. All right, and Evan and I will talk to you guys sometime next week. It could be Saturday, it could be middle week. I'm not too sure, guys. Podcast edition. Link is in the description for the podcast channel and for the podcast itself on iTunes, all right? So Twitter is down below. Follow up, send me a DM, do all that great stuff, and I will talk to you guys Leafs edition Tuesday as the Buds are in Buffalo taking on the Sabres, looking for their 5th straight victory, taking on a Buffalo Sabres team who just a few games ago had won 10 straight. They're flying high. They're playing well. They lost 2 in a row now, but they're still a very good team. They have their goalies are playing well. They're scoring at a crazy rate. Jack Eichel is healthy. That's enough in itself. It's going to be a fight tomorrow or on Tuesday. Who knows if William Nylander is going to be playing? We'll hear updates throughout the weekend and in the beginning of the week about his status and all that kind of stuff from Mike Babcock. But nonetheless, you take on the Sabres on Tuesday night, all right? And as for the Toronto Raptors, as we've been saying, they take on the Denver Nuggets Monday night as the Raps look to go for their 9th straight victory as Denver comes to Scotiabank Arena. 7:30 tip-off. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. We'll talk to you guys then.